People in Livingston received a pretty big surprise when legendary skateboarder Tony Hawk made an appearance at their local skate park last Thursday. MTN's Dom Tibbetts shares how for one family, this experience may have brought some much needed healing.
I was at a neighbor's house and her son came out, and he's 14 years old, and he's like, Becky, give us a ride to the skate park. Tony Hawk is here. And I'm like, no, he is not.
Looking back on that day, Becky Carlson is sure glad she listened to the advice of that 14-year-old boy. While on a family road trip, legendary skateboarder Tony Hawk made a quick pit stop in Livingston, Montana. But in the background of the children laughing, skating, and getting autographs from the best skateboarder in the history of the sport was a long-awaited moment for Becky.
And he immediately came off of the bus and came up to me, and I introduced myself to him and said, I met you 2 years ago. You signed a deck for my son, who was named after you. Said, sadly, he has since passed. And Tony immediately just looked at me and said, can I please hug you? And just put his arms around me and hugged me.
In October of 2018, Becky's son, Tony Gadberry, lost his life to suicide. He was 13 years old. Teen suicide has long casted a dark cloud over the youth of the Livingston community.
I don't want to go to any more funerals for children. I just don't. And whatever I have to do to not do that, I will do.
Realizing the gravity of what their encounter meant, Tony Hawk went above and beyond for Becky and her children, Sean, Liam, and Evelyn. The brief time together brought a much-needed sense of healing into their lives that afternoon.
Tony Hawk took the time out to meet my family and to embrace my family. And I don't know that he'll ever realize the extent of what that meant to us that day. It was like my son came and got to visit us again.
And only words could describe what her son's reaction to meet his idol in person would have been like.
My Tony would have gotten on the bus and gone home with Tony Hawk.
In Livingston, Dom Tibbetts, MTN Sports.
You can view the full story over on our website and also up on montanasports.com. And if you or someone you know is struggling, then please call the Suicide Prevention Hotline. That number's on the bottom of your screen, 1-800-273-8255.